Don't worry about that. All right, it's enough out of you.
What?
There you go. There's an invite.
There
Kevin,
it
there's
is.
an invite. There's an invite. There's an invite. Everybody, I'm live, by the way. So
Okay, hold a second. Hold on. I'm going
yeah,
live.
well,
Give me a second here.
guys take so long to
What
get in here.
episode again? Is it
51.
251? Oh, rocket that.
Just 51. We're getting rid of the 2. We're starting over.
Oh, we're just going. Okay, all right.
Kevin, where have you been?
Right here.
I've been here for hours.
Oh,
Totally.
you
I
have
actually have
actually been
been.
here for hours.
I
I saw.
actually have been
Yeah, I
on
saw
for
you getting
hours.
get online. You've
Okay,
been here
great.
forever. Any word from Mr. Desunoto?
No. No, we can only assume that he is ate a strawberry. Oh, well, sure. I was getting there. I was gonna get there in a more stupid way. You know how I do.
Alright, cool. So, I'm well, right? I am. Let me just make sure. Yes. Okay,
What
cool,
the
cool, cool.
fuck?
I'm sorry. I sometimes, I feel like I'm recording, but then I look and I'm not, and I'm like, dude, what have I done? Anyway, let's not talk about that. Welcome everybody to another episode of Crafting a Chat. It is episode 251. Why is this sticky? Ew. That is odd that that's sticky. Why is that odd? Why is it sticky? I'm gonna have to wipe and clean that later. I am joined by my usual co-hosts here. We have Kevin, we have Adam, we have myself here, Genesis. Desunoto is, as usual, running late. Gentlemen, how are we all doing tonight? How are we all feeling? It is a Tuesday evening, April 22nd. I think it's Earth Day, is it not?
It is, yeah.
20, 22nd? Yeah. Happy Earth Day, guys. There you go.
Thank you.
Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's burn some more gas and fossil fuels, and let's make this Earth warmer, guys. Right? Let's do it. Let's.
No.
The Earth's feeling
Well,
cold nowadays. It's feeling real cold. So let's burn some more and let's make it a better place to live for everybody. Right? Screw these CO2 gases. Let's just fill it up in the atmosphere. Anyway, gentlemen, as we usually start these, anybody want to start us off with what they did last week? That must be Desunoto. I will start off then. What did I do last week? I played Metaphor, and oh man, I don't know what to do with this game now. I think I don't know if I've lost my drive to play that game. I've gotten to a point where I'm at a super boss, and this it's a dragon that I'm gonna fight, and I saved right in front of it, and I tried it like before I had last shut off Metaphor, and that thing absolutely destroyed me. Even though I thought I was pretty well equipped and all that, no, that thing kicked my ass, and I was like, okay then, all right, well, I'm gonna take a break from this. I can't like when it's so punishing to you too. Like you get into one fight the wrong way, the entire just game turns upside down. Which listen, I get it. That's how JRPGs are. They're not supposed to be easy. They're supposed to have a good difficulty to it and a decent consequence to what you do. Enemy strikes you first, it's upper hand for you, the enemy, and you strike first, it's upper hand for you. A bunch of stats play into all this, so I get that. I don't know. It might be a game that I put on pause for a little bit because it's literally just draining the life out of me when I play it, and I'm like, dude, I want to play something different. So I started the SpongeBob Cosmic Shake game, just to get a little bit of a different thing flowing. Just try something different and see if that shakes it up for me a little bit.
I see what you did.
Yeah. I
Fuck.
I put oh Adam, how was that video by the way that I sent you, Doughboy? Yeah,
It
I
was
spelled it
great. Yeah.
Doboy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I assumed you'd spell it wrong. But I've been having a decent time with SpongeBob. I think I'm trying to keep it as a portal game only. I think I was playing on the PS5 last it last night? Yeah, last
Yeah,
night.
last night you were on playing that.
Yeah, but I think I want to keep it in the Portal. It runs really well on the Portal. I don't know. I guess the Portal has gotten some updates to it where it's running even better than I remember, or it could just be that I have better Wi-Fi here now. My Wi-Fi
It's probably both.
in Buffalo sucked. It
Probably
could be
both.
both. It could, yeah, probably both. I don't think I played anything else, but I do have Expedition 33 coming
Oh.
um, this week. So I may start that, although I would be doing myself really bad and really wrong here because I should have gone to Silent Hill or Final Fantasy. Because I still have those sitting in the backlog. God knows when I'm going to finish those. I don't know what the hell is going to happen with those. Um, and then I think right after that is Lost Soul Aside, and then Stellar Blade DLC and Death Stranding 2. Like, oh, this upcoming summer is going to be decently packed with things I got to do. But look for maybe a playthrough, like a startup of Expedition 33. I'm very curious with that game because it looks so cool. It looks really good. I know it's turn based, but it looks amazing. It looks so cool, and Ben Starr's a close friend of mine, Ben Starr, because
Yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Starr, you know what I mean. That guy, Adam Starr, that guy's cool. Not this Adam. That's not him. It's somebody else.
Mm, mm.
But yeah, that's what I did. Kevin, you want to go next?
Sure. Sure. I played Baldur's Gate 3 a whole bunch. Watched The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. And played Blueprints.
How's Blueprints going?
Oh, it's going. It's going. Uh, I played Last Epoch's new season. That's it.
Wow.
Okay,
Busy,
Adam.
busy. I watched Abbott Elementary, the season finale. Um, very good. Really liked this season. I think there was a lot of funny moments in the season. I think they introduced a lot of funny characters and a lot of running bits, and I can't wait for the next season.
Mm,
I platinumed Assassin's Creed Shadows. Very excited about
congratulations.
that. Thank you, thank you. Hold your applause. Um, really liked it. Really had a fun time. I think it only took me like 50 something hours, so not a lot compared to my Assassin's Creed Valhalla that took me 160 to platinum it. Um,
I think this was more linear anyway, right? Like it's not as
according,
RPG-ish.
well, no, not at all. I would say. Um, I will say you could platinum it in 30 hours or so.
Okay.
Because the way the story is set up, you could finish that shit in like 25 hours and then do the rest of the miscellaneous shit. But I just took my time, like doing a bunch of stuff. Um, so it's way smaller than Valhalla. It has the same problems as Valhalla, except they're not as like drawn out. So it's
Mm.
already, in my eyes, it's better than Valhalla because it's a smaller experience. And I don't know if that's because, like, I don't know if it really improves on anything from Valhalla because originally I was like, oh yeah, the story, you can kind of go choose where you go, but I'm starting to understand. I understand it more than Valhalla's, but it's like, do I only understand it because there's less characters involved, or do I only understand it because there's less story being told here and only in one timeline, unlike Valhalla that was in like 3 different timelines and shit. So yeah, it's overall I really liked it. I really liked it. I think I
Okay.
gave it like an 8.5. Um, and I think with DLC and stuff, I think my score will only go up over time. Um, but yeah, really having a lot of fun with that. But it's done for now. For now. Um,
What? How much DLC they got planned for that game?
I don't know. I heard they got one that's like 10 hours. announced, and
No?
it's supposed to be out sometime this summer, I think, maybe fall.
Obviously
I don't know.
paid, I'm assuming.
No, I think they're doing free because they were having a season pass, and then remember they canceled the season pass due to like fan backlash or whatever. So I think it's just going to be
Oh.
included in the game, like if you bought it. So yeah, I don't know. They might be like some things you can buy, like there's skins and stuff I can buy in the game. I'm definitely not going to ever do that, but
Hmm.
they do offer some paid stuff. But the DLC might be paid. I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure that at least one of the DLCs will be free, just because they got rid of that season pass.
Okay.
And they lowered the additions as well. They were like, hey, we're not going to include a season pass, and it's now cheaper too. I don't know if you guys remember, because they got a lot of like backlash with the cost and stuff, and then they're like, you're always
I
including
do
the season
not remember
pass.
that, but I will
Yeah,
take your word
I'm
for that
telling
one.
you, Ubisoft is trying with Assassin's Creed. They make really bad decisions on a lot of their things, but for Assassin's Creed, they're trying stuff. You know, they delayed this a bunch of times, and it came out mostly unbroken for me. Um, not so much for everybody else, but mostly unbroken for me. And they've been patching it and doing a lot of like quality of life improvements. Even over the last like 2 weeks or so, they've added like a couple things. They actually, one of the patches I praised last week, they had to remove a part of it because uh, they made it easier to sell all your stuff at once, and before you could only sell one thing at a time, which was really annoying, especially in this type of game. And so they were like, yeah, you can sell multiple things at once, great. But they found out if you sell too many things, then your game crashes and your game is unplayable. So they were like,
Hmm.
ooh, we gotta revert that. So, yeah, fun times. What else did I do? Played Phasmophobia. Did a little bit of Phasmophobia with the boys on Friday night, I
Uh-huh.
think. Um,
We're hunting some bitch-ass ghosts.
yeah, we were Cat,
We lost. We
Genesis, and
lost
myself.
all those.
We did terrible. We did so
Uh-huh.
fucking bad. I can't describe to you how bad we did.
This
Other
event,
than
whatever this stupid event is, it's kicking our ass so bad.
that
I'm like, what
event
the hell?
is not fun. And Cat is a sick man who just wants to go harder and harder and lose and lose and lose. Something wrong with him. Something
I
wrong
tell
with
you.
that boy.
I tell you something wrong, boy.
I'll never say it to his face, but if he listens to this episode of the podcast, this isn't real. You're dreaming. Go to bed. Um, but yeah, no, he's sick in the head. He just wants to get punished. I don't know. We're
He's a
doing it.
crazy
And we're
boy.
like getting it wrong, and then it's fucking him up. It literally killed me first every time. Like, and then there was one moment where I was like, wow, Jenna's real quiet. He,
Oh yeah, I died. Every single stupid time I spawned. That stupid ghost would come at me.
yeah, there
There's a
were
little kid. She's clacking around, but like she's got
mhm,
jingle
the
bells on her
bones.
ankles and or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe she's actually no. That's a better description. Bones just clacking around all over the place, and she's running at you. I'm like, what is going on here? I didn't win any of those. I even if I got it right, I still died. So there was like there's no point. I got nothing for it. So like,
Well,
what the fuck?
I will say I wasn't forced to bring a lot of things, so even if I died and we got it right, then I would still get enough money to at least cover my expenses and like $38 more than
What we
so
started out with.
yeah, so I was making a profit if we got it right, but we barely got it right because
No,
everything was
no,
just
we
out
didn't.
to fucking get us. It sucked so
I know.
bad.
We even swapped maps, and even then we went on the other map, and I think we still died from the ghost.
Yeah, multiple times we were going for the ghost, and we're like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's in this room, and like we're getting so many readings in that room, and then all of a sudden it's not in that room, and it's like, oh, it must have
No.
moved, and it's like, no, I don't fucking know
Yeah.
where it is. It's somewhere else. It
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore. It can only spawn where we're not, and then it fucking murders us immediately. I
There
could.
was the one where we went into Edgefield. We were upstairs, and this bitch comes from downstairs coming up looking for us. I think it was you or Aeon ran into the room. You were him ran and you guys, I don't know who died in the weirdest position in the world.
Oh, it was me.
And oh yeah,
I
okay.
died
And I
standing
mean
up.
both both of us walked in and we're like, "Is he alive?" And then he walks in, he's not. He's like, "No, he's dead."
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple times where there's one where we were in the wrong spot, so then I like picked up the cross and went down to the basement and was killed immediately after I went down to the basement. And then
I remember
Genesis and
that
Cat
one.
were just standing up there like trying to call for the ghost and like didn't even notice I took the
I was like,
cross and I
"Where's
was gone.
Adam?"
Yeah, and then they finally looked and found me and then they're like, "Where's the ghost?" And then they started going upstairs and I'm like, "It's fucking downstairs." And then they all
I go by the door and I die.
yeah, he goes by the door, he
I
dies. Cat like outruns it and then takes another risk and then I'm pretty sure he leaves and the ghost is absolutely not downstairs. It was somewhere like in the living room or something. It was like, what the fuck? Stupid. Real
yeah,
dumb. Real
stupid.
dumb.
Oh my
Um,
god, we were having
can't wait.
a tough time.
Can't wait to play more. Um, I went to the movies. I saw a movie called Warfare. It's
Oh,
it's a movie based in 2006 about um a bunch of military people where they're like just doing a little camp and like a recon mission of they go into like an Iraqi's house. Um, they kind of just take it over in the dead of night just so they can watch like a crowded area. So this family, they're having them keep like quiet in one room as this military group is like just watching the street activity and like reporting on it. And then the street activity notices that there's military in there. They figure it out. And it's literally they are under siege. And it's not like an action movie, it is literally a war film and it is just gunshots upon like one giant explosion and the rest is tension and it takes place in an hour and a half and it goes for an hour and a half. And I was telling Kevin and a few other people that like when they say, hey, backup's going to be here in 6 minutes, you have to wait 6 minutes. So if 4 minutes pass and they go, hey, we're 2 minutes out, and then another minute passes and they go, hey, we're actually delayed now, it's going to be another 3 minutes. It's literally that amount of time. And it's like, fuck, this sucks. Like, the
mm.
tension really builds. And when I saw it with my friend Alex, and we were both like, wow, that was really good. And then we walked out and we're like, I would never watch that again. Maybe if somebody was like, have you seen this? And I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll watch it with you. But it's not one where we're constantly going to go back to it like The Revenant or
Mm.
like any other movie, really. But it was quite the experience. It was quite the experience. I watched Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. I watched it twice just so I can get a little fresh on it as we talk about it. I don't know if we're gonna actually go full into it because Tessano's still not here and probably won't be here today. Um, and then Alex, I hung out with him on Saturday. I went to OG Dumpling. Um, Genesis, you wanted me to tell you about that place. Delicious.
Oh yes, tell me.
Super
Okay, okay.
delicious. Dumplings, fantastic. I got pork and chives. You can't have that one, but it was real good. And then I got beef lo mein, also very good. And I learned how to use chopsticks, so it was pretty fun experience. I'll be honest. Um, and I can't wait to go back. Also, I just found out that it delivers to me, even though I'm like 7 miles away. I just have to pay like an extra dollar fee or whatever.
That's
And honestly,
good.
yeah, it might honestly be worth it. I just don't know how fresh the dumplings are gonna come. Like they're probably gonna be a little soggy or something, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it
Do
a
you
shot
normally
one
get
day.
pan fried or you get the steamed ones?
I got steamed, but everyone at work who recommended it said I should get the fried instead. And when they originally recommended me go there, they said to get the fried, but I just said steamed because it was the first option, and I forgot they said
Steamed.
fried.
So pan fried is it depends on I guess who makes it and how they make it. Steamed, no matter who makes it, steamed is I would say most of the time better. That's my opinion on it at least. Like we've had steamed dumplings and fried dumplings in different spots in Canada when we were there, and there would be some places that make that pan fried good, and then some places that just don't make it as good. Um, but the steam, no matter where we got it, really, really good. I don't know if it's just the texture of how steamed is or anything like that, but it's just so good.
It might be, but a couple people, that like four people recommended it at work, and 2 of them said they preferred steamed dumplings, but they actually liked the fried more there. So,
What was the filling?
pork, chives.
Oh, okay. You did say that. I'm sorry. I don't know why I blanked out, and I thought you
I
said
mean, it
you
might have
did
had
say
other
that.
stuff, but then I even like their soy sauce, and I'm not even a soy sauce person usually, and I was like, ooh, I was just all about it. Every flavor worked really well there for me. Um,
I gotta find dumpling place out here. That's what
yeah,
I
you do. It's real good. If you ever come back here, it's real good there. So
gotta do.
if you come back, we'll go, or we'll go somewhere else. Honestly, I don't know if it's halal, so we might not go. Anyways, um, and then yeah, so I hung out with Alex on Saturday. So we got dumplings. We then saw Warfare, and then he was like, "Hey, we haven't played a multiplayer game in a minute." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm not a Marvel Rivals guy. Like, I'll play it every so often, but I'm not gonna play it like you want me to play it." And he's like, "We got to play some co-op thing." I'm like, "I like co-op more. We could do that." So we started Baldur's Gate 3. Funny enough, even though Kevin is
Oh
playing it
shit.
too, I'm not playing it with Kevin. Um, no offense to Kevin, but I got it just for Alex. And we're going in that, and we're having a good time. I forgot to take screenshots because Alex and I didn't play today because Alex wanted to watch episode 1 and 2 of Last of Us. Um, so we didn't play, unfortunately, Kevin. So rain check on the screenshots in that game. But yeah, playing a little bit of that, and Kevin and I are going to talk about it, I'm sure. We talked about it a little bit last night too, before I got off. So, but yeah, that's
How are
all I
you
did.
liking that dynamic of the what's that combat type? What's the type that you call that?
It's turn based.
Yeah, it's not exactly turn based though. What is it?
Kevin, what is it?
I don't know what we're searching for.
It's not turn based. What do you call that genre? What is Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate 3 is what type of game? Is
It's
uh
turn-based combat.
I
Yeah, I thought
thought
it
there
was.
was a different.
Is it like action
Look it up. I
turn
got it. I
based or
got it.
something?
No, it's
I'm sorry, my guy. I don't know what you're looking for. Like, unless you're looking for like it's D&D, but that's more the rule set of
Well,
the
it's
entire
turn
game.
based, but luck turn based. Is that what you're looking for? Like you have to roll
maybe
dice and
maybe
stuff.
what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, that's
I don't
any
know.
tactics game.
Tactics turn based.
Maybe it might be tactics turn based. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard
Now
on it. Most
You're
really
looking for
likely.
something that doesn't exist. If it does, I haven't heard of it. I'm sorry.
you are not forgiven.
Uh,
Good.
Straight to
You
oh,
jail.
shouldn't be. Oh, thank God.
CRPG.
What the hell is a
Oh, what?
CRPG?
Yes. What? Now I want to know what a CRPG is. Again, is saying it's their CRPG. What is CRPG meaning? CRPG stands for computer role playing game. Why would it be called a CRPG? It also is evolved to refer to classic RPGs, especially those with a tabletop RPG influence and isometric or turn-based gameplay.
Ah, I
I've
play
Okay.
in
never
third
heard of this
person
before.
most of the time. Anyways,
I don't know. IGN was said. That's why I
That's
was like, isn't that
that's bizarre.
something
I
else?
would not call this a CRPG. I would call Legend of Grimrock, Wizardry, Eye of the Beholder, the games where you have like either a static image or like a 3D rendered world. You're definitely moving along on a grid, and you have like an X amount of party members that all fit on one space. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if anybody actually knows this style of
I
game or
I
not.
I know the
Well,
idea of what you're talking about.
yeah.
I
So
don't know
so
those ones.
Like
it
that's
says like
classic RPG.
yeah, it says like isometric or turn-based gameplay. Modern
It's
CRPGs often
bizarre.
focus on character customization, player choice, and story development, with games like Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment, and
Oh, they're going
Divinity
with that.
Original
Okay,
Sin.
okay. I see what they're
Yeah, that
doing. They went
AI is
back
just
there.
I'm just reading AI word for word what
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
saying.
I
So
gotcha. They're talking classic with the actual classics. Okay, I can accept that, sure.
okay, it's alright. I just
You can
want I
accept
said
that.
that and I
We
was
got
like,
an acceptance.
something I was like, dude, I swear to God they call this thing something else.
No,
It
you
wasn't
got it, yeah. I've
Yeah,
RPG.
you
never
were
heard of
right.
it, but alright.
You were right. Everybody doubted
Crazy,
you. World was against
crazy.
you. Look at that.
I
You
don't
fought
know that
back.
I doubted it, but
I
okay.
did. I doubted him.
Um.
I thought he was
Anyway,
nuts.
so
I thought we were gonna have to have him
uh,
come in, Kevin. Honestly, we still
Oh
might.
No, I need to be committed.
We're all committed,
You
to this
guys,
podcast.
I'm assuming you guys want to talk about, well, there's Last of Us, Baldur's Gate,
I wish it was
and
Lost.
oh,
Actually, no, I don't wish
no,
I was
no,
Lost. There was
no,
a
I
bad
don't.
TV
those
show.
two you guys got to talk about. I don't know how much you guys want to talk about Last of Us since he's not here. I don't know yet if he can hop on or
We
not. I have no idea.
we can always go into it and just go into it more when he's there.
I think, yeah, we'll go into it more later, but I gotta say, the ending of this episode was a 12 out of 10. Oh my god. Everything about the ending of this episode was fantastic. I expected the episode to end like 7 times, but it dragging on was perfect. Oh my lord, the music! I'm
You
like,
didn't
oh,
play
it's
the
gonna
game,
stop.
right?
Oh, no, I didn't. I've watched a good chunk of it. I have not watched everything that has happened in this show. If it happened in the video game, I did not see it. Um,
We're about 3 hours into the game.
It did all this happen in the video game?
in the
It
very
seems like they're
beginning.
either
They're
either skipping stuff or like this is implied stuff that we actually get to see.
No, there's extra stuff in the show, and there's also skip
Okay.
stuff in the show, and things are different from the game too.
Oh, okay, well you can go into that.
I will.
The end of that episode. Oh my god. So it's I don't know people's names. I'm really sorry. It's lady who was with Joel,
Dina?
Ellie, and Dina. Thank you. And frickin'
Jesse?
Chinese guy, Jesse. Okay. Interesting. Wouldn't pick that name. I don't know what nationality he is, but he looks either Chinese or Japanese.
Seems American. He's got a thick American accent.
Yeah, but I think he.
Well, yeah, but like nationality-wise, his
yeah,
face
I
is
think
not
he's-
American.
I think he's
Asian.
I don't remember.
Somewhere in
Asian.
Asia.
Some
Honestly, you know what? Probably Vietnamese.
Maybe.
I could see that. But anyway, or an Americanized Chinese person. And I only say that way because for some reason, all like the Chinese people I knew like growing up, like they nail American accents and how we like talk and everything so quick. I don't understand it. Everybody else like has to fumble around it. It's weird. Anyway, not important. So these 3 people are like riding off on horses. Joel's being dragged, and it just the horses are going slow. The cameras, I don't even know if it was moving. I think it was just sitting there as they're like just slowly sauntering off, and it just hangs and hangs and hangs and hangs, and I'm like, anytime this goes to black, it's just gonna go to black, and then it fades out, and I was like, god damn, they really want to just let this sit with the viewer, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And it was great. I loved every second of it. Oh man, what an ending to this episode.
But real quick, no, there's no nationality given in the Last of Us universe for this character. But the guy playing him in the show is Korean.
Okay. Alright,
okay.
so maybe we can imply who's Korean then, I guess. I don't know. Korean American.
South Korean probably, but yeah.
Just says Korean, so I would assume Korean American. But yeah, South Korean, you're correct.
South Korea basically is like a sort of America, right?
I mean, it's
that
culturally, yeah,
falsehood?
but culturally, it's very similar to America, but they're still very different from being an American.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, he was probably raised in the USA, that's why I say American. But also, anybody who lives in the USA or visits the USA, they're American. Also, I don't even know if he lives in the USA. He could live in Canada. The show's shot in Canada, so he could be a Canadian for all I know.
Oh?
Where are they shooting it in Canada?
Based on the weather?
Vancouver.
Vancouver's a good spot.
No, it's literally Vancouver. That's the answer.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Vancouver's, most shows now are filmed in Vancouver.
Oh.
If the shows aren't filmed in Georgia or Vancouver, they're usually shot on location or in a studio in Hollywood or Vancouver. Vancouver has exploded. All the CW shows are shot in Vancouver. Every single Arrow, all the Superman movie filming in Vancouver. They have amazing tax breaks and
Oh, okay. They
a
probably have that too.
lot of incentives for people to make movies there. So does Atlanta and a couple other cities. That's why a lot of like
Okay.
the cities there, like in Georgia and even Texas, is popping up a little bit with the filming industry because they just people are sick of seeing Hollywood over and over. So now everybody sees Vancouver. That's why every Wolverine movie, he's always running in a forest, and every Canadian who watches that movie goes, "Oh, I know that forest. It's right over here by blah 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 blah, Kanuka Wooka Looka, whatever the hell their places
Oh,
are
I knew
called."
it.
Um, yeah, there was a lot different. I agree that the ending was. I mean, I expected where it ended, even though I knew it was like getting not. I don't want to say dragged out because it sounds like such a negative, but they let it just slowly fade out. Like they let you sit with it
Oh,
is a good way to put it.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, this episode both surprised me, delighted me, upset me, and broke me all in one.
I just want to
Um,
say both implies two things. You had a lot of things going there.
oh, interesting. Um, there is. I will say there are some lines that are missing from the game that I was like, oh man, I wish we had that, but that's okay.
Oh, really?
It's not.
Same.
Yeah, like when Seth, the guy who said the slur to Ellie and Dina, gives them sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie says, "I won't accept his bigot sandwiches," and I
Oh.
just thought that line was so funny. And a lot of the internet's pretty upset about that line too for some reason, and I'm like, yeah, that sucks. Nah, whatever, and I moved on. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the interaction between Abby and Joel. Abby monologues in this. In the game, Abby did not monologue, but it was all a mystery of why Abby was there. You kind
Mm.
of had an idea that she was getting revenge, but you didn't know exactly why she was doing it. But I also
Mm-hmm.
think that it dragged on too long in the game, and a lot of people who are criticizing the show for being like, oh, they're revealing her motivation too quick. No, in the game you have to reveal that slowly because the way the story operates and what it's finally trying to deliver, it needs to give it that time. In the show, it's a very different medium. It's going to work in that other way. Um,
Right.
a little vague on that part, but I don't want to. I don't really want to get into like full game spoilers and stuff on like where the story goes and all that shit. Because even though Kevin, I know you know a lot about it and you probably wouldn't care about spoilers, I still just don't want to do that to you. Just
That's
because
all
this
right.
show's fresh every week.
Yeah.
And also no idea what this season's gonna cover. I have an idea where I think
Aren't
it's
they
gonna
splitting
end.
this into two?
Yes, and I have an
Yeah.
idea where it's gonna end. In Genesis, you know you know where it's gonna end. I think where the perfect cutoff would be. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure you know. Um, and but the thing is, everything's going in like order so far. So I'm a little curious at how that's going to work. Um, a couple differences from the game. A couple of the big differences from the game. Um, Tommy is not with Joel when Joel gets murdered. Tommy is defending Jackson because Jackson is being overrun by or being absolutely bombarded with infected. That was
Mm-hmm.
not in the game. Tommy was with Joel. And I I think the switching him out for Dina, because Dina's with Joel in this version. She's on patrol with him. They save Abby and get in the cabin. So basically, they just switch roles a little bit. Um, and it makes more sense for Joel not to attack them because he's so worried for Dina. Because right now it's like another daughter to him at this point. Basically, he described her as like not like a full ass daughter like Ellie, but like he cares for her. You know, he's not gonna risk her life in any way. That's why he's so like not trying to say the bad thing, and he's also just stoic. It's a different Joel compared to the game. But then fucking Tommy and Maria holding down Jackson was so cool, so unexpected. I thought
That
that
was really
scene was
cool.
awesome. I liked this Tommy more than the game Tommy. Like right now, I love this Tommy so much because This Tommy, when he's giving the speech to the town and going, "Hey guys, we're getting prepared. We're gonna go do this." He's friendly with the little girl who says to hide in the forest, and he's like, "Absolutely not! Don't run to the forest." And then he's like, "Hey,
And there
don't
was that
shoot
comment about that
yourself.
bald guy, or yeah, no, that was it.
Hey, don't shoot yourself. Somebody shot themselves." And then like a couple of people in the audience scream, "Earl!" And he's like, "All right, yeah, don't be Earl." Um,
It
and
was
it's just
fucking
like
great.
they're fucking building a civilization here. Jackson, I think, is not a character in Last of Us Part 2, the video game. I think it's a setting, and I think in this show it's a character itself. Like they really are building up Jackson where I care about Jackson more than I ever did in Last of Us Part 2. I cared about Ellie and Joel. That's what I cared about in that game. And in this show right now, I care about the world that they live in currently, which is I think something that they can do in retrospect or in hindsight because they know like hey, where can we improve? Cuz even how they reveal Joel's name to Abby is different in the show than in the game. Cuz in the
Didn't
game,
Abby know she knew all along it was Joel?
no, she like kind of figured she was like I think it's him, but she didn't. It wasn't confirmed until they get to the
But he said his
cabin,
name.
and then Tommy introduces himself. He's like, I'm Tommy," and then Joel goes, "Hi, I'm Joel," and then they go, it's fucking him, and then that's when shit starts to pop off. In this one, Joel saves Abby and then brings her into like this warehouse area. Dina's waiting on a horse, sees Joel come in and goes, "Joel, what are you doing? Are you coming? Are you ready?" And then Abby hears it and is like, "Fuck." And then as the town is being attacked, you see like fire and shit going on there. Joel's like, "I gotta go there." But then Abby's like, "No, come to my cabin." And I have like backup there. We've been holed there for a few days. Like we got weapons and stuff. Like we can fight for you. And he's like, yeah. And then they get halfway there and they see like it's just getting worse in Jackson from a distance. And then Abby goes, "Hey, she's freezing. Like I swear, I have people there. Like I'll return the favor. You saved me." And Joel's like, he looks at Dina and he goes, "Yes, we have to get her there because she is freezing to death right now. Like she looks terrible because there's a winter storm going on too." And I'm like, that makes way more sense than Joel and Tommy saving her and then being like, yeah, let's go to this little cabin up here that happens to have all your friends. Like, in the game, that always rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, including myself. Like, why would Joel do that? And it's like, oh, he's older, he's softer, it makes sense. And it still works in the game. It's just not how I envision Joel. In this one, every decision he makes sense to me at that moment, too, and then it's that much more brutal. And then knowing in the game what Tommy does and knowing in the game what Ellie does, um, and how this affects Abby too, I'm so curious to see how Tommy handles this news that when Dina was there, like, should he have been there? Is he gonna feel regret? Is that what makes him do what he does? Because he wasn't there, which is way better motivation than his motivation of like, I saw those people, I know what to do. Like, I'm just so curious. I'm curious if Tommy's even gonna even do the same thing, and if he is, it's gonna be so much more heartbreaking because the whole Tommy and Maria stuff is so beautiful in this episode. And again, Jackson stuff so good. At the end, when they survive the infected, there are so many people hurt in this town. Shout out to the dogs, by the way, fucking killing them. Um, but it's the camera's like zooming in over the wall and there's like a guy sitting down and he's showing his bike to somebody and he hands his gun to the other guy and it shoots him, and then it goes into like Tommy and Maria, and like Tommy's like hugging and crying into Maria, and then like she's like, "Come on, let's get somewhere warm," or whatever she says. She like grabs him and like comforts him, and it's like, fuck, this is gonna be good. I can't wait to see more. Kind of a long rant by me, but I just the changes they've done I was quite pleased with. There's a couple like in between moments where I'm not super pleased with, but again, they're like nitpicks, and at the same time, it's doing something different, and I need to see the rest of the show before I can actually be like, okay, I didn't like this. Like we didn't get an Ellie and Dina in the smoke shop moment. In the game, Ellie and Dina go to that 7-Eleven, Kevin. Oh, that rhymed. That was fun. Not Ellie and Jesse. It was Ellie and Dina. So we're getting more Jesse in this show, and I already like Jesse more than I liked him in the game at this point too.
Oh. If it wasn't for that, maybe I might take this.
Honestly, I think it's worth a while. I sent Genesis a voice message. Kevin, do you want to hear it? You want to hear it right after that moment?
Oh, okay.
Well, he doesn't care, so I'm not gonna play it because he's not
What?
interested. No, I'll play it. I was just wasting
Not
time.
for me.
No. It was it's for everybody.
It was a good voice message.
It was a good voice message. So this was me. I was holding. I'm just gonna set this up. I was watching the Joel scene, and I'm like, I'm feeling fine. I've already seen the Joel death maybe 40 times. You know what I mean? I've watched playthroughs of Last of Us Part 2. I played the game like 3 times. I skipped that cutscene twice, though, I will say. But I did watch playthroughs and stuff. I've seen the death scene so many times. I've seen so many reactions, and I was fine throughout all of it. And I was like, I'm fucking fine. And then in the game, Ellie screams to get up to Joel, and he does not get up. He doesn't move. His brains are bashed in. He's not really moving at all by the time she gets there. And in this one, he tries to get up. And I was like, oh, fuck. He's actually getting up. And for a second, I was like, maybe they're changing this. And that hope made me a little sad. And I was like, all right, I'm still good. Then, instead of bashing his head in with the golf club broke as she was beating him. So she then takes the golf club, minus the head of the golf club, and she stabs Joel in the neck. And instead of the bash and the sound cutting out, it's literally a sing as she stabs, and then the sound cuts out. Ellie breaks, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm still not broken at this point. And then the whole pendejo shit, he doesn't spit on him, which is like, whatever, whatever. Manny, whatever, I'll talk about that after, but whatever. And then, Ellie's like just laying there, and then they all leave, and then Ellie starts to crawl over to Joel, and she like lays her face on his face, and like is laying after she pulls like the club out, and then Ashley Johnson, the voice actress for Ellie in the games and Ellie's mom in season 1, they start playing her version of the song of Through the Valley. That is the announcement trailer for Last of Us Part 2 of Ellie singing that, and that fucking snapped me like a twig. I went from, oh man, I'm fine, to like full on ugly cry sobbing. And this is about 4 minutes after I watched the ending, that part of the show. Okay. They did Joel's death completely mostly the same, but a lot different. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. So, I was fucking devastated after they did that. Even in my voice message, you hear Ashley Johnson singing in the back about that. Oh my god, that fucking version of the song always gets me. It is just... that broke my soul. I expected to like cry, and then when I realized it wasn't happening, I was like, oh man, I guess this just isn't hitting as hard. And then they fucking got like, not even the nostalgia of me, but yeah, I guess nostalgia. They got like nostalgia and like all the little tidbits of it, and I was like, you fucks. The choice to make Ellie crawl over there and lay her face against his face is the saddest fucking thing I've seen in a show of a character's death in a long time. It is so heartbreaking to watch that. Like, it reminds me of like like a child crawling over to their dead parent, like a young child, and just being like, "Wake up!" Like it is heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. Kevin, I don't know if you had any emotions during that scene. Probably not like me, but
Um, uh, uh, mm, mm, I mean, it was well done.
yeah, yeah. You're
I
not.
did.
That's not you.
I didn't really have that extreme of anything really going on.
Yeah, it's just not who you are when it comes to TV shows and
I'm
movies and
apparently
stuff.
heartless.
I wouldn't say that, but I will say there's one minor difference that I have not seen anyone else point out. There is one less crew member in this show of Abby's crew. They have combined Manny and Jordan. I don't know, Genesis. Do you remember Jordan and Manny?
Oh God. If it was the Spanish guy if I remember, the one who I felt really good just fucking
Yeah, it's that one.
shooting
Yeah,
him or stabbing him or something like that.
Manny was the thicker Hispanic guy that Abby was the closest to in the game. I mean after Owen,
Okay.
but and Jordan was that piece of shit who gets his face cut, and then Ellie kills him first and rips his throat open like no tomorrow, in like the most violent way with Dina. I don't know if you remember that. Um,
I think I
it's the
remember that.
it's the first kill of the gang in the game. Um, and in this one, Manny is played by the guy who's the new Falcon in the Captain America movies, which is fun. So he's like
Oh.
a thinner Hispanic dude. Good actor, I like him and stuff. But he's also taking the role of Jordan because his face got cut and he got pissed at Ellie for getting his face cut. So I was like, wait a minute, is that Jordan? And then they were like Manny, and I was like, Manny, what the fuck? And then I was like, honestly, I'm curious
They put two
now.
people in one.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're gonna,
And
cause I remember playing the game and like liking Manny, like I just liked how he thought of stuff, but also this Manny has the worst aspects of Jordan. I would say Jordan was the one that was completely irredeemable in the game. Like he was a piece of shit who deserved everything he got. Um, and there's one other person who I thought that too, and I don't know if they're gonna do that in this, but the trailers have led me to believe that they absolutely might. Um, but
is it the lady who I thought
yep,
just looked
yep,
looked like she
yep,
had
yep, yep,
Down
yep, yep, yep,
syndrome?
yep. No, 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 not Mel. Mel, I will say they made Abby's crew way more sympathetic. In this one, they're like, we don't want to do this. There's literally a moment where Abby walks away, and Owen goes, "Yeah, I have a plan," and she's like, "Well, you better think of it." And the crew confronts Owen, and they're like, "What's your plan?" And he's like, "My plan is to get her to stop." And then Mel's like we're not here to kill anybody. And then Abby yells at her, and then as Joel is being murdered, Abby or Mel is crying. Like Mel is absolutely upset. Owen looks
Wow.
absolutely sick watching this happen, and the crew is way more sympathetic in this version. And when you saw the original death of Joel in the game, way less sympathetic from that crew. And as you played the game, you kind of got an understanding that they were like, hey, let's do it. They didn't want the way Abby did it either, though. But you didn't feel as sympathetic towards them because that reveal comes 20 hours into the game, and you're like, great, you could be sad about it, but you still did it, you fucks. And in this one, I still feel that emotion of, hey, you could be sad about it, but you still were part of it, you fucks. But at the same time, they showed way more like compassion toward Joel, even though they still went through with it. And I just think that's like it just adds another layer. Um, so yeah, just that Jordan and Manny thing is so weird to me that they combine them. But at the same time, I can't wait to see like what I think of this version of Manny. I already like this version
Hmm.
of Owen and Mel, I will say. And I really hope we actually get in depth with a lot of these people. Nora, we don't know too much about yet. So okay, I want to see more of her. She was a bad guy in the Uncharted movie. And I didn't care for her in that movie.
Correct me
And
if I'm wrong. Wasn't Owen and Mel had Owen's kid, right? That's who she was
hey, major spoiler,
having.
my guy.
Oh, sorry. Is that okay? I guess that is. I'm sorry. I guess I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
paying attention to what I
fine.
meant.
Kevin doesn't care usually, so I was trying to
No, no,
avoid
no.
it
I won't.
still, but like, also I don't even know if
Uh,
that's going to be revealed this season, so.
sorry. No, I won't go any further than that.
Nah,
I was
you're
thinking
good.
out
You're
loud,
good.
and then I was like, I shouldn't have thought out loud.
Yeah, probably. It's all right. I'm sure Kevin doesn't care. But yeah, yeah. So I'm curious, very curious where this show's gonna go. So
Okay. Okay. Well, still not gonna watch it, but you guys enjoy it.
thank you. Anything else, Kevin?
Yeah.
Anything else to say, or do you want to
Nope.
wait for Death Note?
That's it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Baldur's Gate is up next.
Kevin, you start on this. I've been talking for a
Okay.
minute.
Played Baldur's Gate 3. I'm playing it co-op with Marie. We're over 30 hours in. I think Steam had it clocked at like 32 and a half at this point. Um, man, I have so many feelings. Um, Before I say anything, I do enjoy this game, and it is a great game. And man, it is an achievement that these people freaking were able to make all this shit. There's so much in this game. Um, but now we gotta have a talk. All right, I like open world games a lot. I played all kinds of Elder Scrolls games. I've played Fallout 3 and 4. I like various games for various reasons, or I dislike them for certain reasons. But in all of them, I'm just sort of like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? And the quests take a backseat. Um, Sometimes I do them if I happen to be like in the area or I care about like a side story or whatever the hell. Rarely ever do I complete main quests. I just sort of run all over the place and have fun. Great. In Baldur's Gate 3, they, for whatever rhyme or reason, decided that there should just never be a dead end. I'm almost positive that they made this like conscious decision that there just should not be a dead end. And it's fucking annoying as shit. And I'm somebody who likes to just explore and find the next thing. Because there is no way that you can sit there and be like, all right, I've explored this direction until you fucking hit the edge of the map. Like, you go in, and even then, you might go past that. We'll get there. Like, there is a part where you go in a building, and if you think I know all the names of these places, names of places are the same thing as names of people. All right, I don't know. You go into this building, right, and you're just like, oh man, yeah, yeah, explore the building, explore the building, explore the building. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. All right, let's go through the hole. Oh, we can't fit through the hole. Well, that's all right because Gale the wizard has enlarge reduce because I took that. I figured I'd use it. And what you call it? Marie's playing a druid, so she has animal shapes. I got a halfling. Somehow he fits in. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So reduce, reduce, go through the hole. Beautiful, great. We're in a new area. All right, all right. We're going through that area. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, now we found a freaking staircase or whatever the hell it was that goes somewhere else. All right, all right. Now we're going through this building. Oh, now we're like in a cave system. Oh, now we go through the cave. Now we're in the Underdark. What the fuck is going on? Everything goes to something else. And it's so annoying because you just keep going and going and going until eventually you've hit a combat that you can't freaking like beat because shit's too high level or it like surprises you or whatever the fuck. So then you gotta turn around and go somewhere else. I want a dead end. You don't need to have a map like this with every effing location connected to another location or multiple locations. It's the most annoying thing that I think I've ever experienced in gaming. If not, it is up on that list. I've never thought about the list. I'd have to sometime. But I don't know why it rubs me this way so bad, but it does. It's annoying. It is exceedingly annoying. Um, Aside from that, I hate the camera. The camera's a piece of shit, but it's also exactly what Larian does, so I can't really hate on it too much. Shame on me for thinking they would fix it after, two other Divinity games that use the same camera. The problem with the camera is treated like a person. And what I mean by this is the camera is at a certain height, it is an isometric view, and it follows the terrain. Now, this doesn't sound like a bad idea, right? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So as you move it along like the terrain, if you go upstairs, the camera's going to like move up and go up the stairs. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-huh. It's great until you have to do anything else where you want to get a different angle on a certain situation because the camera will fall off cliffs. Literally, it will just fall off a cliff because it's attached to the ground. And since it's a sheer cliff and the ground has to be somewhere, even if it's an abyss, your camera is now in the bottom of a fucking hole. And you can't scroll like back too far to like see it. There's no button to move it up or down because it's at a fixed height. So then you have to either hit the home key. I'm playing on PC, or hit whatever button. I don't know what controller button it would be to recenter the camera on the person, but you can recenter it on yourself. Or you go to the tactical camera, which you have total control over. And the tactical camera, you can go up floors. You can be on floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, 4, 5, 6, the roof, outside, through the fucking floor, whatever. You can go anywhere you want to with the freaking tactical camera that's top down view. But as soon as you go to isometric and you're moving that camera around, if you try to go up a set of stairs to go from floor 1 to floor 2, it's like, you can't go up there. You can't see up there. You can't see up there. But if you go to the tactical view and you go up there, guess what? You can see up there. I don't know how the fuck that makes any sense, but whatever. Thanks. Overall, this is kind of a minor thing. I like to have a little bit more situational awareness, but I understand what they're trying to do by blocking certain areas that you don't have vision of. The problem is they put a tactical camera in that literally has no rules. So like, um, but aside from those two big complaints, my only other minor complaint about this game is I feel like we have not adjusted any of the options for die rolling, and if I feel like this game is weighted to bad in every situation. The combat, you're missing a ton in the early game for some reason, even though like the early game's tough enough. Enemies, generally speaking, are higher level than you. There's more of them than you, and yet the game is punishing you by, oh, you have a 60 something% chance to hit this thing, which might as well be a 20. I mean, it's not as bad as fucking XCOM was when it first came out. Oh boy, was XCOM something else. Oh, you got an 89% chance to hit and miss. If it's not above 90%, you miss. Suck it. Literally, that was I think they actually had to patch it. Or you get the long war mod that fixes it as well. But anyway, speaking to friends, apparently it does get better, and they also notice the same thing. And apparently, as you level up, it's not as big of a deal, but like whatever, sure. Um, Other than that, it's a very fun game. It has a lot of cool dialogue. Um, where the dialogue goes is mostly logical and good, and you can like pick how you really want to get through certain things. Other times you're like, I have no idea what this is going to do, but I think it's going to yield this result. You play it out, and you're like, what the fuck happened? I wanted this result, and I thought it was going that way. Well, now we're here. What in the hell? And then it's up to you if you reload. Sometimes we did. Um, because we want certain results. We thought we were getting that result. That result did not pan out at all. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we could just go back and try a different way and see if we get there. And usually the second attempt, we got to the result we actually wanted to have. And I think that's really just, there's just too many ways that they wanted everything to play out. And you have a lot of freedom in this game. You can basically just go through and butcher freaking everything, but you can also like go through and talk your way out of almost everything, which I don't exactly like. And I hope that changes at certain parts of the game. I know Adam really likes this aspect of the game, and I can respect people who do. And if they kept it, if they like made it where you can talk your way out of basically everything, I guess that's kind of cool. I just don't think it's very realistic when you try to intimidate something that probably shouldn't be intimidated, and you pass the check, and they're not even like questioning it, or they're not even like trying to out intimidate you. But that's just me, and it probably comes from the fact that like when you're playing D&D for real, you're at the mercy of whatever the dungeon master comes up with at the time. And sometimes, you do these checks and you're like, I'm gonna intimidate them. Oh yeah, I did great. And the dungeon master's like, yeah, no, they're not having it. Fuck you. Like, but that's like just not in the game, and like it's whatever. Like, I don't count it against it. I just kind of hope that there's some sort of situation where you try to do that and it still leads to like actual combat. Um, but anyway, I think I've talked enough. Adam, what you got? I'm very curious what you got.
I'll just jump off of what you were just talking about. I don't intimidate. I don't do intimidation checks.
Okay.
Because I agree with you that I think that's not a stupid way to play. I think it's an unrealistic way to play. I think that I mean, history has shown that if you intimidate someone, most of the time they're just going to intimidate you back. But in video games, for some reason, sometimes that just fucking works. And it's usually broken. I'm more into persuasion and like negotiations. So there's been a few moments where there was a lady who was like, this child is going to prison and they're going to be locked away forever. And I was like, Alex, let me talk to her. And I talked to her, and I was like, I could have intimidated her and passed it with flying colors, being like, hey, if you do this, I will fuck you up, like, politically. And the lady would have been like, oh shit, yeah, I won't do it. But I chose to be like, hey, you have this very strict rule system, and you punishing this child is going against your strict rules because of like core values you believe in based on a person I talked to like a couple scenes ago. And then she was like, fuck, yeah, you're right. Okay, let the kid go. But she wasn't happy about it. So then she was mean to me about something else. So then I was like talking to her and like being super nice to her. Then she was like, go do this thing. And Alex and I already did it. So then I was like, I did it. And she was like, great, thanks. And I was like, what do I get for a reward? And she's like, nothing. And then she stopped talking to me. And I was like, you know what? The kid's safe. I completed the quest, which is going to help us later, according to Alex. And I'm like, I love playing games where if I had a choice and I could go no combat, I would. There's just something so fun about talking your way. Not like, it can't be like a complete like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 step process, just going beat for beat for beat. I like how the dialogue is a little challenging of being like, okay, I think this is how they're gonna react to this, and I think this is how they're gonna react to this. I like that because I have failed at some where I was talking to a brother and a sister whose older brother just died, and I was like, yeah, like they're like, you're the one, like you're the holy being, and like you're cool. And then I was like, yeah, I was on that ship though, and I got a thing in my head, and they're like, fucking die, and then they started attacking me, and I was like, fuck. And I should have realized that, of course, they would absolutely hate me if I said that, but I didn't. I could have continued the conversation. They could have been like, not like major allies, but they would have came back up, according to Alex in the story. And it's like, fuck. And we're not reloading. I am living with my consequences. And I think that's the biggest difference in my game is I do like exploring in a game that is open world. Like, I love exploring a Fallout and discovering shit. Like, I just think that's so fun. But in this type of game that has maybe, I don't know, a billion options and like maybe 1,000 hours of play if I wanted to do everything. But Alex is leading me to places where I need to go and then letting me explore those set places. And then letting me lead the conversations, and him being like, hey, you're going to like this ally, you talk to them. Or him being like, hey, this is an important conversation, you go talk, see where you go. Because Alex has already done his story, like he just is along for the ride. He's chaperoning me through it all. I feel like I'm playing with my parent. And he's just like, okay, go have fun. Like I am a child on a leash. And Alex, every so often, let's go of that leash. And then I go, I'm sorry that I said the wrong thing to this dog that you wanted. Yeah, literally. He wanted a dog, and I was like, let me talk to him, because I could talk to animals. And I was talking to the dog, and the dog was like, "Ah, my master, my friend, he's right here. I'm waiting for him." And the dude was dead, and I was trying to convince this dog that his master was dead, and Alex was like, "Yeah, you just got to talk him down. He'll like move on and become your friend." And there was an option to like yell at the dead body and be like, "Hey, hey, hey," and then just to prove that like he's dead. The dog did not take kindly to that, and now that I look back, I can kind of understand why. And that dog started attacking us, so then I had to we all had to run away. So Alex controls two members of the party, and I control two members of the party, and we're just booking it out of there as fast as we can. And I have like a potion so I can run faster and further. So I took that and I ran and I went back to the camp, and I'm just hanging out there talking to like a bunch of people. And then Alex is like, "Hey, we're still waiting on Asterion because Asterian's my other dude." And I was like, "Fucking, what do you mean?" I'm like, "I thought you were at the camp." And he's like, "No, you control him." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." So I left Alex in this fight waiting for 5 minutes, and he was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Meanwhile, I'm talking to Gale at the camp, just being like, "Hey, Gale, how you doing?" Because Alex has Shadow Heart. And I go back there and I'm like, "Okay, sorry," and they run away. And then eventually the dog just shows up at our camp because Alex was friendly to him enough that he was like, "Hey," and then I get to talk to the dog and I go, "I'm so fucking sorry." There's literally an apology like that you could do to the dog, and then I pet him and stuff, and I was like, "Okay, we're cool." And then at that camp I was like, "Hey, like Asterian's a vampire and he goes to bite me." And Alex was like, "Yeah, you could feed him if you want." And I like let him feed. And then I was like, "How much can I let him feed?" And Alex was like, "I don't know." And then I was like, "Well, just let's keep going." And then the narrator was like, "And you slowly drift off to sleep." So the next morning, I did not wake up. I died. Asterion drank me to death, and Alex had to spend 200 coins to bring me back to life. And he's like, "Nobody ever has been killed by him." I'm like, "You know what? Honestly, I feel like people have. So I just wanted to see what would happen." So then I'm alive, and then I go talk to Asterion, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I thought you'd. Hey, what do you? I'm so glad you're okay." And I'm like, "Hey, man, like, I'm trying to fuck everybody because I think that's an option in the game, and I think it would be really funny." Um, and I was like to Asterion, I was like, "Hey, man, it's okay. Like, you can drink from me, but you just can't go that far. And I'll let him kill me again because I think it was really funny and will piss Alex off." Um, I am about 5 to 6 hours in, so I'm much, much less further than Kevin. I'm much more new into the game than Kevin. I play as a bard ranger who can speak to animals. My main points are in persuasion and charisma because I'm just trying to be friends with everyone. And I use a bow. Uh, Alex is a mage. I feel like he's way more powerful than he should be. Um, to speak on behalf of missing and how you said the chances to miss are lean toward the negative. I had a 95% chance of success and I fucking missed. Alex, I literally fighting a dude. Alex was like, "You just got to kill that guy and he won't kill Shadowheart. I won't have to waste a revive or whatever."
Yeah.
And I was like, "95%, no problem." And I shoot and it says miss. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I don't control it." And then, but most of the time, I would say it's going about average to what is being said. Um, I will say some of my dice rolls, I'm getting real lucky with some. Some I'm
Mhm.
feeling very confident in, and then I roll a fucking 2, and I'm like, "You piece of shit!" Like, I had
Mhm.
2
Mhm.
die. I had 2 of them. Why
Yep.
the fuck did I get a 2? How is that even possible?
Yep.
Because I got a 2, that should be like tripled because of how incredible I got a 2 is. But like, there's other ones where it's like, okay, I only need a 7, and then all of a sudden I hit like a 24, and I'm like, "Fucking what the? I didn't need all that." But then I'm like, if I don't use my bonus, then I'm definitely gonna get like a 9 or be one off or something, and I'm gonna be pissed. So then I'm using my bonuses whenever I can, and then like, oh, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. My character is named Harlenia, um, or Harlenia. It's Harlen apostrophe A. I usually do Joe Kerr, and it's a guy with green hair. But I did a lady, and she has half red hair, half green hair, and she's super pale, kind of tiny. Got Yggdrasil face tattoo that's green, and her eyes are purple, I think. And she has the biggest dick I could have picked. Um, because I was like, I'm making a character, and I'm making her perfect, and I'm giving her a penis, because I can. And also, her voice, she sounds almost exactly like Ben Starr, and it's so funny to see my character have a thought and go,
no.
"Oh my fucking god." And I'm like, that's crazy that I just heard that come out of that mouth.
No.
And Alex was like,
Why?
what is this? I'm like, I look like a Gen Zer, like that would trick a Republican male. Like, it's so fucking funny. Like what my character, I just love my character, so much.
Nice.
I was very proud with. We took about an hour and a half to do character creation because Alex
Nice.
made Ron Swanson, and then as we were looking at him, we're like, "That's Chris Hemsworth." It's just it looks exactly like Chris Hemsworth, except he's got a really long beard, and I'm like, that's just literally Chris Hemsworth as like a majestic Thor, like a Thor that's like aged.
Uh-huh.
And it's so funny, and I'm like, why is your character so handsome? And he's like, I tried to make him hideous. I'm like, what do you mean? You literally made him handsome. You made him one of the most handsome men alive. So that's very funny. But yeah, I'm having a great time with it. Hate the combat. Not about the turn-based combat. I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's innovative. I think it's trash, and I wish it was open and free. And I know that's an opinion that's not going to be well loved and respected in this world. I just think this game would be 100 times better if this combat was completely different. Like, you can still do the dice rolls if you want, sure, but like the combat is so, I just think it's so pointless to be like, no, I gotta wait for the bad guys to go. Fucking just, I don't care. It's a computer. Let's skip through that shit. Like, come on. I got a life to live. Like, I do not care for that at all. Alex keeps saying that I'll get used to it, and I think I am a little bit. I'm starting to understand, like, how the buttons work, because I'm playing on PlayStation 5 on my Pro on the controller, and a lot of buttons. Got to click a lot of things to get a lot of things done. Alex is like, it's literally one like mouse or keyboard click, and me, I'm like, I have to hit R1 and then double tap R1 and then use the right stick to go up and to the right and then click X on it, and
Uh-huh.
then
Uh-huh.
point it to a person and click on them with X. Like, it takes me a little bit longer.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Also, I'm not having issues with the camera so far. I do know exactly what Kevin is talking about because I do absolutely see that happening every so often when I'm in battle and my character's on a cliff, and like I zoom the camera a little bit so I could see more, and then it just fucking tanks down. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But it's not bothering me to that point yet. And when I'm exploring, I play in basically third person mode. I'm just right behind my character. Um, so I'm not having any issues with that. Um, I think that's it. I don't know if the dead ends. I'm again. I'm too early, and Alex is leading me, so it's not really not having that issue
Yes.
either.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I
I will
kind of
say.
wish you just had like a shepherd there, somebody who like knew the game, just
Oh,
guiding you
it's all good.
along.
I mean, whatever. What I what I do like about this combat is it's making me rethink things that like D&D does and being like, why does it do it like that? Why doesn't it do it like how this game does it? being
Oh,
able to
interesting.
shove people, being able to shove people as a bonus action, massive. That's a huge change. I can't tell you how
See,
many times I've used that
I'm not.
because you
I'm
can
not
freaking.
shoving people. I'm not
You can
shoving.
push people off cliffs. You can push people off of high
Oh.
areas. You can push people into other people's threat range. If you're a ranged character and someone's up in your face, see the reason why it's like an action in Dungeons and Dragons is because it's fucking busted as a uh, bonus action. Because if you're like ranged, the whole point of somebody getting up in someone's face when they're ranged is now they have disadvantage on
Yeah.
all attacks. But you can shove, and as long as you have like strength, which I'm playing a barbarian, I have strength, and I throw things, which is also either strength or dex based. My strength is better, so it's strength based. Um, I don't have disadvantage like ever because I just go, oh, bonus action, shove you out of the way. Okay, cool, and now I can throw without any penalty. like,
Yeah. The thing is, I
uh,
have almost no strength. I have very little. I think it's
mhm,
like my fourth highest ability or skill or whatever.
right,
So
right.
I might be able to shove a couple people, but I don't know if it's going to be as beneficial because Alex told me I should play as a barbarian because I usually like to get up close, but I chose to play as a um like somebody with a crossbow, like a ranger, because
Uh-huh.
usually I'm dying a lot and Alex gets pissed, and I was like, this is a long game, let's not try to piss this guy off.
Right, right, right.
So
Um, magic in the game is really fun. They did a very good job with most of the spells. Um, are you going more bard or ranger?
I'm trying to go more bard because that's where the skills of speaking come in. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
wooing people with my musical talents, because there is nothing funnier than doing very little damage to a high enemy target and then just pulling out the loot and playing like a power song. You know what I mean? There's just
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
funnier than that because some
So
enemies get so pissed at it. Or it seems
there's
like they do. It's very
some
funny.
right, right. There's some spells that you can have a lot of fun with if you go more into bard. I highly recommend hypnotic pattern
Mm,
when that
I'll look
comes
into it.
along.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
Hypnotic pattern, if somebody fails the check on it, they become incapacitated, which if you haven't played D&D, that is a very, very powerful condition. So if there's a flying enemy and you incapacitate it, it can no longer fly.
Oh, that's
And it will
funny.
just drop.
That's funny. I will say, we've been in a couple fights with like 9 people, and then
Mhm.
Alex will be like, "Hold on," and then he'll do one spell, and he'll take out like 6 of them with one spell, and I'm like, "I don't. Are you supposed to be this strong, this quick?" And he's like, "I know how to play." I'm like, "What? What are you doing?"
To be fair, he probably does know the ins and outs of combat.
Yeah, apparently the mage also is usually kind of broken in a lot of these types of games. So,
In their games, yes. I haven't noticed it as much. But I also a lot of the rules that Divinity had when it came to magic spells don't seem to apply here.
mm,
So I got to figure out what their rule set is we're working with. Because in Divinity, oh my God, Divinity, oh, it was both bad and good. So when you hit things, right, they bled, and blood went like on the ground. I think that happens in this game too, but not
yeah,
as
it
much.
does.
Um, Divinity made it a big deal out of shit bleeding because blood it treated as a liquid, which means if you used any lightning spell and person was standing on blood, the blood was also electrified.
Oh, that's
So if
fun.
you kept hitting people and making the blood like pool and actually pool around everyone, you could hit multiple people with a single lightning spell.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. And in this game, when I play as Astarion, I usually, if the ground's on fire, I dip my knife into the ground, hide, run behind people, and then stab them in the back to do like a lot of damage. Um,
I haven't used the dipping. I should.
if the ground's on fire, easy way to add like 4 to 10 extra hit points on stuff. It's
Shit.
honestly
Okay.
great. Yeah, it's great. It's really great. And that's the thing. Like, even though I said I don't like the combat, I am understanding it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surviving battles. I'm not saying it's because of Alex, but also a lot of the the character I've created, I've gone a little in depth with my character and like concentrated on some things, even though I'm like a split
Hmm.
class. Um,
Yeah.
I I understand like what a lot of my powers do because I'm fucking reading. I'm reading so much when I'm in
Yeah.
this game. I'm like, okay, I gotta do it. Okay, so I need this. Okay, I gotta go talk to that person. So let me befriend them, then go talk to them. Okay, gives me a little. This person, they're down in the dumps. Hit him with some inspiration. Alex needs a little bit more power. Hit him with some inspiration, like, and that
Yeah.
carries us through, and that helps us, and like, there was, I don't know if you remember this part, Kevin, but there was like these people at this gate like fighting trolls or whatever, and there were three of them, and I was like, this dude's about to die, and I hit him with some inspiration, and he got so fucking inspired, he just murdered this boar thing in like one hit, and I was like, yeah, like I was
I
so
think I know what you're
excited.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so excited. I was like, hell yeah, man, hell yeah. But like, it's a lot of fun. I'm probably not gonna play it until Thursday with Alex, and then definitely this weekend. Um, but yeah, it's a good game. It's an
Mhm.
incredible game. I understand the praise, even
Mhm.
just being this short into it. Even though it's not my type of game, in a lot of ways, the parts where it is my type of game, like I get it. Like, but
Yeah.
also I will say, if I wasn't playing this with Alex, I probably wouldn't be playing this. Like, this
Right.
is not a type of game where I'm like, after I'm done with Alex, I won't be like, hey Genesis, let's go. Like, it's just not that type for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So far, maybe something will change. I doubt it. But also, where the fuck are the physical editions for this game? What the hell?
I don't think they made them.
They don't?
That
None?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought they were
Cut those
making them.
costs.
No, none of one. I found one on eBay for $43. It was all Japanese. And I was like, no, I will just buy it digitally. And also, the digital version was $70, but the digital deluxe was 63. So I own the digital deluxe version.
Nice.
I have no idea what it added to my game.
Oh my
Um,
god, it's like $100
Um.
to buy one of these, the physical
Go.
edition.
Go to your camp. And have you been shown the camp stash?
I'm gonna say yes. I don't remember it, but I'm 100% positive Alex said the word stash at one point at our camp.
Okay, because there's a box that's set aside for you to store like items at. It has like
Oh, it's
indefinite
probably in there,
storage
yeah.
space, and whatever you get should be in there. I think
Okay.
because I think there was a tutorial, one of the few that popped up that actually talked about that. Another little thing about that I don't know how often you guys like trade out your people or not. We've been trading out our party members because it seems like everybody gets XP together, even if they're not present. Um, you when you go to like your stash, any character that's not being used, you can also see their inventory in full.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. But
yeah.
ooh, this game, man, can't wait to play more.
hmm hmm It's a good game. Like I said, I'm still having fun. It's still a great game. There's just some things where I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Just, but I'm real curious what you are gonna think of the big, I guess we'll call them boss fights, or when you're fighting like really tough dudes with like 100 plus HP. So I'm gonna assume you haven't gotten that far yet. Have you gotten
No.
to the first town?
Yeah. Go to the
Okay,
first town. Well, I think it's a
the
town.
Emerald Grove or whatever.
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I talked to a lady who was like, "I can cure you," and Alex was like, "Don't talk to her. She'll kill you." And then I started talking to her, and she's like, I was gonna kill you, but I like you." And I was like,
Mm.
"Oh." And then she gave me a vial and was like, "Kill yourself though if the mind flare starts to take over." And I was like, "All right, I promise I will."
Oh yeah, yeah, I know who that is.
Probably gonna kill Will, according to Alex,
Interesting. I don't
because
know
he
what that.
wants he wants the red lady.
Okay.
So he's like, "We don't have
Interesting.
to kill Will." I'm like, you know, we'll kill Will. I got no problem with that. I think his name's
You
Will.
don't. It is. I don't see why you have to kill him for
Well, Alex
Karlach.
was like, "We want Karlach," and I was like, okay, do we have to kill Will? And he's like, we can. And I was like, do we have to? And he's like, no, we don't have to. And I was like, well, we might as well now that we've committed to it.
I was gonna say you don't have to because we already solved that battle. We have both,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
and they're on amenable terms.
Oh.
Will's the warlock patron was not happy with him. I'll tell you that. He is now also a tiefling.
Oh, interesting.
He has been punished. Okay, fine. He's a devil. Whatever.
Very funny. Also, as we're playing this, I'm like, you got to watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Alex, like, what the fuck? You're missing out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, is it actually good? I'm like, yes. I'm like, it's very funny. I actually understand some things of this game because of it.
Wait, what for what? I missed it.
The Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Oh, then the Dragon movie. Yeah. Wait, has he not? Has he not seen it?
No, he's not.
What?
I know, right?
All right. You get the left arm and left leg. I'll take the right.
No, I mean he plans to make a steak and he's gonna try to make a Burger King stacker.
Interesting.
Like he
Okay.
found the recipe for the sauce and stuff, so he's gonna try to make it.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
So we're
Okay.
gonna hang out when he makes it. So maybe we'll watch it then.
Hell yeah.
Because I was like, you would fucking love that movie. Also, if I tell him to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
something and he like, and I actually
Oh, yeah.
recommend it because I know him so well,
Fuck, I wanna
he'll
be
watch
there.
it.
Oh.
So, no.
Just let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I will.
All right. I think we did good.
I think so too. Genesis, what do you think? Any questions, comments, concerns?
I mean, I'm listening to all the stuff happening in Baldur's Gate 3. It's pretty much what I expect from everything I've already known about this game. Just you could do anything, so it's cool. The whole dice thing turned me off of that game. I can't. I don't know. The whole you're behind
The
already.
dice part, least of the issues when it comes to that combat. It's just it's the combat. I think honestly, Genesis, you would enjoy the game, but also you would not enjoy the world. Like I think the gameplay, no issues. The world, I don't think you'd be about this at all.
Oh, I'm curious now. In what way?
It's not like it's like a political thing or anything. It's just like it's all about like I mean, it's a fantasy world, but not in a fantasy that you want to be in. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like your fantasy
Lord,
is
okay.
like attractive Japanese women. This fantasy is like I mean, I typically don't like the fantasy genre at all. But this is like dwarves and them all like do you like Lord of the Rings?
I mean, I've seen Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I don't have a problem
You
with
like
Lord of the
that
Rings.
kind of world?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like metaphor reminds me of that because like it's all these different types of species who live in the same world like that.
Yeah, I could see why, but yeah, it's just a feeling I get. I don't know, Kevin can back me up on this, or
You're probably right.
I don't know.
You're probably right.
Kevin,
I think I know where you're going, but I'm not 100%.
it's hard to put like a word to it. It's hard to describe it. It's just a a vibe. Just a vibe.
I'm gonna
There's a
trust
lot
your
of shit that
your
happens.
judgment
A lot
on
of
this
shit
one.
that happens in this world.
A lot of shit that
I'm gonna
happens.
trust your judgment on this one. I like.
Thank you.
A lot of different
appreciate
people
it.
in this world.
Oh,
Really tempting to go around and just attack everyone, because there's an attack button for almost every conversation you're in. And Alex is like,
Oh,
"Don't
yeah.
do that, we'll die." And I was like, "Yeah, but will we?"
Oh, probably.
Yeah, but will we? You know what I mean?
It's cool.
I think I could do it.
I've done some attacking like by command.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Like this one guy who was like, "Oh, thief," and I'm like, "What do you mean thief? Come back here, you piece of shit!" And I fucking just hacked him up with a great axe.
Wow. See, there was a lady who was like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you," and I was like, Should I attack? And Alex was like, what did she do? I'm like, too friendly. I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like it.
interesting.
I mean, we ended up talking to her and then having like a little jam out session with her because she was a musician. So like, you know, you might even remember that character. But yeah.
That doesn't help me. I don't remember any character playing an instrument. Oh no, there is one.
Yeah.
Her up on the
Yep.
up on a ledge.
You are correct. That's the one I was gonna kill.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, literally not the one you would think to kill, but I was like, we could. And he's like, if we do that, the whole town will be mad. And I was like, then we will own the town. I don't understand. Like, my villain arc will start.
One thing about this combat that I do not like at all, fall damage, real broken. I don't understand fall damage. I shoved someone off of rafters, like easily 50, 60 feet in the air, 5 damage. I'm like, what? Which, for those that don't know, jumping out of a second-story window can also deal 5 damage. Now, there's a bit of a height difference between the two. Also, when you jump out of something, you're a little bit, like, prepared for it. When you are thrown from the fucking thing,
yeah, it doesn't make
I
any
expected
sense.
that person to die. And, like, the actual thing for D&D, I forget what the fall distance is. I think it's after 10 feet of falling. Yeah, after 10 feet, it's a d6 per additional 10.
Oh.
So, like, it's, what is it? So if they were falling 50 feet, they'd be taking 4d6 damage, which definitely is not what's happening in this game. That or that all rolled very low.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Man, you like saying pushing people off cliffs reminds me of Red Dead Redemption 1.
Oh man,
I would constantly tie people up, bring them up to mountains, and then just untie them. They stand out and be like, "Hey!" And then I would apologize to them, and they'd be like, "Hey, I forgive you." And I'd lock onto them and just push them right off a fucking cliff. You couldn't do that as much in Red Dead 2. It wasn't as fun, but it was more fun to drown people in that game anyway. So.
Oh.
I either play a hero or I play the most vicious person that's ever existed.
Oh my god, yes, do that in my game. Play with me.
No. I just said I only play with Alex.
It's worth a shot.
You know it was. I respect that. I respect the goal. But no. Alright. Genesis, you got a topic?
Right. Oh, well, I was going to talk about a couple things. First, Expedition 33 reviews are dropping tomorrow.
Oh!
There's been some leaked stuff, apparently, for the game. Not like the game itself, but like reviews have leaked. There is a shit ton of praise for this game coming. How the game is extremely gorgeous. How the game is a breath of fresh air for a lot of people who play the RPG, turn-based genre. How the game's story is crazy. How people just don't want to drop it. About 40 hours long for main content, just around 60 hours long for the total game. Soundtrack is insane, apparently. I'm looking forward to this. This game's gonna be sick. One person had said the game surprises players when they least expect it, and it's powerful, original, and captivating.
Wow.
So, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'm gonna see what this turned into a game that I'm like, okay, all right, I'm ready for this. Like, it was at first like, I don't know about this. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Reading all these, at this point I would say like these are previews of what people are saying. This is what the game's gonna be like. I'm excited. On another note, we got Oblivion remastered of Shadow Drop today. What do y'all think about that?
I'm not really an Elder Scrolls person. I'm not really into the fantasy genre. It's $50. If it was cheaper, I would actually try it.
It
Maybe
includes all the
our
DLC too and PS5 Pro patch.
yeah, but I mean, they've done a lot of work. It's more in line with a remake than a remaster because of all the animations and stuff they've done, and like they
Hmm.
re-recorded lines. They gave like every character like a voice actor before they wasn't like that. They
Yeah,
didn't have the
each race
capacity
has
to
a
do
unique
that.
voice,
Yeah, like
combat
they've
animations,
yeah
sprinting
they've done
system.
a lot, but like the gameplay is still the same gameplay. So it's like a Last of Us Part One kind of a thing. Um, and I just I am just not a it's not my type of genre mostly like for the setting, but it seems like a fun game, and if it was like $20 I'd be all about it, but definitely I think it's still worth the $50, just not for me. And maybe if our good friend Cuthbert gets it, then I'll borrow it from him. Honestly, he's probably gonna get or his wife's gonna get it, so I'll probably borrow it from them in like 6 months time or something.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Uh, I might. Maybe. Yeah, see what it brings.
Easy plat. So, according to Cuthbert.
Okay,
Are
all right.
you got any thoughts, Genesis, about it?
I mean, I played Skyrim back in the day. I know of Oblivion. It's not like I'm like, oh my god, I need Oblivion. There's still the rumor that it's coming to Switch 2 as well, and it's going to be shadow dropped when the Switch 2 is released. There's still that rumor floating around of that, and I would love to see how that game works on the Switch 2. Again, I don't. They can say the Switch 2 is powerful enough. It's PS4 level at this point for me. It's not. I don't. It's not. It's
I'm
not
sure they can get this to
PS5 or.
run on that. Like
I,
I can't
I
imagine it would be that difficult. It's made an Unreal Engine 5, so I'm sure it's easy to not I don't want to say downgrade, but downgrade it to get it to run on Switch too. So
I just can't even imagine what some of these games are gonna look like under like Cyberpunk too. Like that's gonna be. I don't know. Anyway, I don't have a too big of an opinion on it because again, I've only ever played Skyrim and I've never played Oblivion. I know of it, and I know a lot of people love that game for what it was, and also a lot of people hated that game for what it was with the bugs and all the unnecessary things that were happening in it. Or maybe I'm thinking of Morrowind. I'm not 100% sure. Unless it's the same thing and I'm just stupid.
they definitely
Oh,
are different.
no, I'm different. Okay. Um, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. It's weird seeing an Xbox, branded game again on a PS5 Pro enhanced patch there and trophy support and all that. It's just the world's getting weirder every day. I don't know. It's weird.
Hmm.
Um, but another note as well. No Switch 2 price increase. That was confirmed. I think after last week's podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Uh, so no price increase for the system, but we did see price increases on the accessories. The games are still the same price that they originally were at, but I don't think we knew the prices of the accessories running out the gate last time. So now we do. $100 for a goddamn Switch Pro controller is madness. Even though I know a DualSense Edge is 200, I understand that.
Oh, the Edge
Switch
is
Pro is
200.
Edge is 199. Yeah,
I thought it was 160.
199.
Why does that feel wrong?
Look it up. It should be 199.
No, I believe you. I just why does it feel wrong? I don't remember paying
Because
that much for mine.
it's 199 for a goddamn controller. I don't think you paid that much for yours either because either you had it on a sale or you had some stuff towards it or there's trade-ins, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Two
I don't
two
remember.
twenty if you got the DualSense PlayStation Anniversary one.
I got the anniversary one.
That's 220.
I don't remember paying that.
Yeah, 220 for that one.
When the fuck did this
Um,
anniversary come? I'm about to look at a statement.
What, did I actually pay that? The what they say the Joy Cons were now $80. I was like, what? Um, I'm really surprised there's no price hike on the Switch 2. I was half expecting Nintendo to come back and be like, yeah, guys, uh, you know, economy, tariffs, Trumpy boy, making Switch cost $4.99 to start and $5.49 with a bundle.
Fuck, should I pay for this?
Um, I don't know. I was expecting that, but uh, definitely a lot for the accessories. This will. I don't think this is gonna sell as much as the Switch One. It's definitely gonna sell. Don't get me wrong. People, these Nintendo fans are devout followers of this religion. Um, so they'll buy. They don't care. They're gonna buy it, especially for Mario Kart World and all the other stuff that's coming to it. But it is crazy that this is the amount of money they're asking for a Switch 2 and doing all this now. I think there was one other piece of gaming news I was going to talk about, but I can't remember. I was reading up on it and I can't open it up.
Death Stranding 2 news, mate.
Where was that? Did I miss that? I must have missed that 100%.
Oh, you might have missed that.
What's the Death Stranding 2
It's on
news?
Push Square. There's just going to be more information about it on May 8th.
Ah, May 8th. Okay. Well, I'll probably end up watching it anyway. Seeing it May 8th. I think I think that's all I was looking at, really. Oh, I meant to say earlier. I have the marathon alpha. I'm gonna try. I think it updated just now, so I probably will try it either tomorrow or whatever. Adam, did you ever get a code?
I
Get
did
you or
not.
anything like
I
that?
never got
Oh,
a
weird.
code. I never got an email. I never got nothing from them.
And you did the whole thing
Did the whole thing. Got the
through.
survey. Completed the survey and everything.
So odd. Okay, that's weird.
So maybe they were like, he's not gonna fucking. He doesn't seem like the type that would even buy it, so let's not include him in it. Like what?
Odd. Very odd. Very odd if that's the case. Um, I will have my impressions on that. I'll be playing that a little bit and seeing where that goes. Um, oh, um, I think that's it. I was just looking at seeing if I saw anything else on here, but no, I think that's pretty much all I got for this week's podcast. You guys got anything else you guys want to talk about? That was pretty much it.
Fantastic Four trailer was that? That was this week, right?
Was that this week?
I believe so.
We could talk about that. Fantastic Four trailer. Oh my god, what a hype ass trailer. When you had me watch that, the whole time I'm like, oh my god, what the heck is going on? What is happening? Really, really hype trailer. Got me real excited. I know Adam's super excited for this movie. This is the first Marvel movie in a while. You are like absolutely.
I was excited for Captain America 4.
Right, and then
I was excited for Brave New World. I don't want to say shit the bed because I did enjoy some of it.
That comes to Plus. I'm gonna definitely watch that unless it's already on Plus. I just haven't realized.
No, it's not yet. But
Um,
yeah, I think Fantastic Four. It looks like it's doing something different. I like the setting. I like the cast. I like a lot about it, and everything I'm seeing of it. It just seems like unique. Um, I mean, I've been burned before by Marvel, so it could happen again. But like, I'm interested in this. I'm sold on the tone and the genre. It looks like they're going for.
it looks amazing.
Yeah,
They're not showing a lot of Galactus. They're just showing
they're showing
like the
enough.
little, yeah, they're showing the little pieces that you're so hyped to see what he looks like and
We
what
saw his
he's gonna
face,
do.
not in this trailer, but a previous trailer.
Did you see his face? I didn't.
Yeah, remember he looked in the building at the end of the
Oh,
first trailer?
oh yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
We even heard his voice at some point too in the first trailer. Like they're revealing stuff. Um and I kind of have an idea of where like the story's going to go. Um
With
but
the Lady Silver Surfer and seeing her too, I was like, oh my god, look at this. This is crazy.
yeah,
Because the last
yeah.
time we seen the Silver Surfer was the second Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah, which portrayed by Doug Jones and the voice of Lawrence Fishburne, so it was fucking
There you go.
incredible. The best part of that movie by far. Um And
There
this
you go.
Silver Surfer, I don't know if it's going to be even as iconic as that, but I think it's still going to be a great Silver Surfer. The girl they got playing the Silver Surfer is a good actress from Ozark fame. Desanoto loves her.
Nice.
Um,
Uh, Reed Richards' stretchiness looks good. It
yeah,
doesn't look
yeah,
bad.
they finally showed his power, which is cool. Um,
They
him
were they
also
were hyping
saying
that thing
"I
for a
don't
while.
know" is like fuck, because that's
I
the
read some
smartest man in the
comments of
universe.
read some comments of his face and all that, like Pedro Pascal's face and all, that they're like if he got rid of the mustache, he would look exactly like Reed Richards, and it's just the mustache that's killing
Yeah.
him. And I'm like, I don't even think it matters. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine too, but also like it's just at this point like Pedro Pascal not having facial hair is weird. Like I just can't think of a role he was in recently that he didn't have facial hair. Maybe Wonder Woman 1984. Julia Garner, that's what her name was, by the way. The fuck. Yeah, Julia Garner. That's the Silver Surfer actress's name.
Ah, okay.
Um, so yeah.
But yeah, super excited for this one. Um, looking forward to seeing how this movie turns out. It's gonna. This is the big setup, is it not? Between
Yeah, it is. There's a.
this,
I just read a leak or well, a rumor about the Thunderbolts. So this is the one that sets it up. So
yeah, this is the setup right before Doomsday.
yeah.
Because we don't have another movie in between that, do we?
Uh,
When is Doomsday again?
next year May, I think.
Is May 1st. Is Spider-Man coming before that?
I don't think so.
Oh no, it's right after that. Oh, it's gonna be another Oh Jesus Christ, it's gonna be another No Way Home situation. Because No Way Home came out right after Endgame. Like Endgame happened, and then chronologically, No Way Home was right after that.
Yeah, we got Fantastic Four July 25th. Um, Thunderbolts is May 2nd, and then Fantastic Four is July 25th. Then Doomsday is May 1st next year. So there's quite a bit of gap between this and that.
So
And
this
then
is
New
the
Day is
setup.
July 31st, and then Secret Wars is May 7th of 27. And we still have
So
Black Panther 3, Armor Wars, the untitled Shang-Chi, and X-Men films.
coming
Whatever's going
all
on with
somewhere
Blade.
either between or after. I can't imagine Spider-Man is the only setup movie they have to Secret War. That wouldn't make any sense.
No, I'm
They've
sure
got to
they'll
have more than
reveal
that.
more to see where the state of the universe is. I think they're kind of in like a not announcing things like years in advance with some stuff just to see like how well Doomsday's gonna do.
But yeah, because they did such a big pivot from the Kang Dynasty over to Doomsday. Because I
Now, I
think
mean, not even
originally,
that. Like just overall attendance for MCU movies. Not every single one's a guaranteed success. Um, so they just have to.
if Fantastic Four does well, Doomsday is almost guaranteed to rocket at that point.
Well,
I think.
Thunderbolts. How well do you think Thunderbolts is going to do?
I think that'll do fine. I think that'll do
I
well.
don't.
It's
I
going to
don't
do better
think
than
it'll do
Captain America,
fine.
I think.
I honestly think it'll do about as good as Captain America, but also I think it has a lesser budget, so that might be good enough for it. But that's one where I'm like, I could see people kind of going either way with that one. Also, the trailers for that one, they also released a new trailer last Thursday for
Uh-huh.
Thunderbolts, and it's a great trailer. It's okay, but it's a great trailer, and it just doesn't look like it's the. It doesn't look like every trailer has a different tone, and it makes me go, "What kind of movie is this?" It really reminds me of 2016 Suicide Squad. I don't think it's going to be as bad as 2016 Suicide Squad. Very few movies are, but it's just the tone seems all over the place. Like it wants to be a comedy. There seems to be like a lot of emotional moments. It seems to be like an independent thing, but then it's like clearly a big budget action movie with like a lot of stars who really haven't carried a movie on their own. Some of them like, and a couple actors in here have starred in a couple of box office bombs, and like it's like, what is this? Does anybody really like David Harbour's character? Like in this universe? Like is his character that loved that he shows up this much? I don't know. I think people like David Harbour, but even now, some people are souring on David Harbour a little bit because of his marriage falling apart. Like if we want to get into the drama aspects of that stuff, like I think everybody likes Florence Pugh, but like, does everybody like Yelena as much as Marvel thinks they like Yelena? I like Yelena,
Momoa
but
has
I
like
don't know if
marriage
I
now.
want to
He's like
watch a
divorced
movie
now?
which Yelena. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Oh,
So I think he had an
okay.
affair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That sucks. Well, I
got a
mean,
little
not sucks,
messy.
but that's bad. That's horrible.
So, and it's like, yeah, some of the other characters in it's like, oh, Ghost. I liked Ghost in her movie, but we haven't seen her, and I don't know what her role in here is. Like Bucky, cool, but like, do I want to see Bucky doing Winter Soldier things still with this group of people? Like
If Bucky becomes the white tiger, that'd be cool. That's what
White
I want to see.
Tiger.
Yeah, doesn't he don the white tiger in the comics? He becomes the
Is it the White? No, I don't know if it's White Tiger.
I thought it's the white
You
tiger
might be
because
right.
it's not the white panther. It's definitely the white tiger, right?
White
I'll look it
Wolf.
up right now. Oh, that's what it is. Sorry,
Yeah,
white
because
wolf.
White Tiger
Okay,
was
okay,
in
okay.
Daredevil Born Again, and I was like, White Tiger? That's not what?
White.
Yeah, White
Then he
Wolf.
might don the white wolf. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
I think.
cool, but also he seems to be running for Senate.
Oh, interesting.
If you haven't seen Brave New World, little spoiler there, Bucky's going into politics. But also in the trailers for this, you kind of see him in that a little bit too. Um,
I gotta catch up with this, especially before what's it called?
Fantastic Four. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
catch up.
I have to. Yeah, I gotta watch Agatha. I gotta watch Brave New World. I gotta watch
Black Widow still.
Daredevil, and what's the other one?
Black Widow. You still haven't
No, we
watched
don't need to watch that.
Eternals.
Do I need to watch Eternals?
There's a couple things in Eternals that pop up in Brave New World.
Okay, so I'll probably watch Eternals. I'm probably not gonna watch Black Widow. I don't think
I
it's
mean,
that
if you
good.
watch I mean, one of the bad guys from Black Widow is in Thunderbolts.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I would honestly watch like like a
A
recap
recap
of
of the movie.
yeah, a recap of Eternals and Black Widow.
Black Widow.
And then I
Everything
give
else.
Agatha.
And I gotta watch Guardians 3. I gotta watch.
Oh, you gotta watch Guardians 3. That one honestly might not even be that connected to the world as much, but maybe before Doomsday, obviously. But like I think you'd be fine watching that one like last.
I gotta do it.
It's so good. It's just really good.
But I gotta. I'm making a list right now. Hang on. I gotta watch
Just
this
making
before
a
Fantastic
list,
Four, 100%.
checking it twice. Gonna find out which Marvel to watch. Genesis is catching up on the MCU.
Guardian 3. Gotta watch.
He sees them when they're good.
I gotta watch.
He sees them when they're bad. He'll see them eventually. Don't worry, Kevin. Don't be sad. Gotta watch She-Hulk.
Why? I saw She-Hulk.
Gotta watch it again for Madison.
Oh. Yes.
Hi.
I said Guardians 3, Agatha, Daredevil.
2 E's, but they're not where you think.
And then Brave New World. That's what it was.
Brave New World.
And then I gotta watch recaps for
Black Widow and Eternals. I think Eternals is enjoyable, but it's just too long for me. I think it's kind of boring.
Okay, got it.
But there's a couple things that happen in that one. And then, because that leads into a major reveal, which ties in for a couple things. Oh, you gotta watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Shit, that's the one I was missing. Yep, Deadpool, Wolverine. I gotta watch that one.
Also, imagine watching She-Hulk but not Dragon Ball Daima and claiming you're a Dragon Ball fan. You know what I mean?
What?
What happened?
Where? Oh my god. I'm not watching Daima. I don't care. I'm a Dragon Ball fan through and through. I'm not watching Daima.
Sure, man. Sure.
I'm not. I don't care about Daima.
Hey, you don't have to convince me.
What?
Go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, convince that guy. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Alright, well, you know what? Alright. We good with Fantastic Four? I mean,
I think we're good with Fantastic Four. Kevin, you got anything to say about Fantastic Four?
No.
Big fan right there. Kevin, he calls them the subpar 4. That's how he feels.
Alright. Well, with that marks the end of episode 251. We will see you guys
end of the show.
Same place next week.
Will we?
And yeah, of course. Desonoda should be here next week as well.
Hopefully. He's dealing with some stuff. Don't worry about that.
Probably.
He's a busy guy.
I'm sure. And you can
send him pictures of Stellar Blade's booty. Make him feel better.
Oh Lord. And you can catch us on youtube.com/startingtoplay with 2 R's, and we'll see you guys next time.
Also, more Baldur's Gate impressions, probably by me and Kevin. A deeper conversation on Last of Us next week, because we'll be talking about episode 3. And then Andor, season 2 has started. And I think it has like a 98 or 99 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
And considering that season 1 is, I think, the greatest Star Wars content ever made, I can't wait. And they're releasing 3 episodes at a time. At 9 a.m. they released 3. I did not watch them. Took a little nap before the podcast. And I will have my reaction to those 3 episodes. Probably going to watch them tomorrow after I hang with a couple of pals doing some trivia. So, also, R.I.P. to the Pope. R.I.P. to the Pope.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're religious or not, R.I.P. to that Pope. Seemed like he genuinely seemed like he was trying to do some good stuff. The People's Pope. The People's Pope, if you will. The one before him, like, trash, burning in hell.
Oh god, yeah. No, the thing is, like, even if he's not literally like your Pope, like you're of a different faith or whatever, you can't help but look at him and be like, oh my god, this guy, man.
He tried.
He tried. Positivity galore. He's trying to help like the whole fucking world just see that we're all people, to the point of meeting with the Ayatollah, going to Iran. Like, these are things that like the Catholic Church could give two shits about. And he's like, yeah, there's people there. I'm gonna go freaking hang out. We're gonna go meet some people and talk to them and be like, hey, how's it going? And they're all like, sure, come on over.
Hey, you know who I am. I'm anti-religious, and I would honestly prefer if there was no Pope or Church or Vatican. That's just how I feel. No, we don't have to get
Sure,
into
sure,
that though.
sure. Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, no. If you're anti-religious and that's the guy you got, honestly, you can't really complain too much with that guy. Because
You really can't.
as much as I still think a lot of his thoughts were backwards, I understood why he thought them, and I respected how he would have conversations and his opinion would change about a lot of things. And I just respect the guy for like just believing what he practicing what he preached. Very few
Yes.
times you could say that like, hey, religion is morality based. It's for him. It really was.
Mhm.
And I just want to shout out to the man that fucks couches, married the Indian woman, and killed the Pope, J.D. Vance. Thank you for killing the Pope, you piece of shit. You piece of shit.
Tell me that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Kevin,
Wait a second.
Kevin, I'm sending you a meme. Don't worry.
Oh my god, yes.
He-
Yeah,
he
Alex sent it to me
married an
earlier, and it
Indian
fucking.
woman?
Yeah,
Couches?
she seems like a very lovely lady. I mean, I disagree with everything she does, supporting her husband and with who he is. But yeah,
Especially
she
what
seems.
her husband says about her. Oof.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely vile shit that her husband says about her, and her husband literally will not say their kids' names in front of his group of supporters, because if he said their kids' names, they would say, "Hey, you're diluting the white culture of America." It's like that. It's crazy, but also he fucks couches. So fuck, marry, kill, and that's a thing going around now. It's very funny because there's a whole thing that he
Usha
fucks
Vance?
couches.
Yeah.
Yeah, Usha
What
Vance.
the shit?
All right, we're gonna end the podcast there before Genesis says something that Usha, you know what I mean?
Usha Osha.
First
Usha.
of all, she
All
looks
right.
way